Ryan Coogler returns with a period piece that blends the monster genre with the Black experience in 1930s Mississippi, following the success of Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Furthermore, the well-regarded composer Ludwig Göransson goes all out for Sinners, which is why this vampire gothic horror uses a lot of music. Michael B. Jordan, Miles Catton, Jack O'Connell, Wunmi Masaku, Delroy Lindo, Haley Steinfeld, James Lawson, and Lee Jun Lee are all part of the ensemble cast. After serving as Al Capone's goons in Chicago, twin brothers Smoke and Stack return to Mississippi. However, after experiencing a little power, they make the decision to establish a juke joint exclusively for Black people in order to establish their own niche. Sammy, Annie, Delta Slim, and the Chows are among the friends and family they enlist for protection, food, and music. They also come with old acquaintances like Stack's ex-girlfriend Mary, who has a grudge against him. Unfortunately for all those concerned, the opening of the joint is also accompanied by the appearance of a malevolent entity out to cause chaos, death, and destruction. The first night is a memorable one, filled with peril, hostility, and sultry music, as Sammy's father warns him repeatedly that his heavenly voice will draw the devil. Here is an article that explains the film Sinners' ending, considering its unexpected plot twist and melancholy climax. Annie, who believes in the paranormal, tells us that some musicians, like Sammy, have the ability to draw in ghosts. This is demonstrated when Sammy sings, "I Lied to You" at Club Juke, which serves as a bridge connecting the past, present, and future. As they dance to Sammy's song, spirits from all eras and places appear in a trance. Additionally, despite Annie's belief that music has the power to heal, it also draws undesirables like the Irish vampire Remick. Remick initially attempts to capture Sammy by force when the vampire attack starts. However, Remick changes strategies when the humans are able to hold their own. He discloses that, despite his long life, he misses his people. Sammy wants the musician for himself, since he will be able to see his people thanks to his power. Everywhere they go, the twins observe prejudice based on race and class. In addition to needing money to purchase a plantation, they are fleeing Al Capone after robbing him before fleeing Chicago. Mary is aware of their predicament and wishes to assist. She thinks they need as much money as possible. After Smoke expels Remick and his two vampire goons, she chooses to invite them in behind his back so they can spend all of their money there. The fact that Remick discloses his wealth, which he subsequently demonstrates, doesn't help, as he presents Mary with gold coins from a bygone era. Regretfully, he transforms Mary into a vampire, marking the start of the end. All of the vampires turn on and attack their friends and family at the start of the film. When Mary, Stack, and Cornbread attack everyone in the establishment, we witness this. According to Annie, a human spirit becomes trapped and encircled by hate when they are transformed into a vampire. When Bo Chow tries to persuade his wife, Grace, to change, it becomes clear that there is more to it. This is also seen in Mary and Stack's attempts to persuade the humans to turn, so they can live as a family for all time. They have been influenced by Remick, whose strategy is to assault and violently transform all people in order to establish a world where he may live according to his own conditions. But it is not that they have lost their memories or feelings. By empathizing with Smoke's comparable repressive circumstances, he attempts to persuade him. Stack is able to assure Smoke that he will leave Sammy alone after the bloodlust subsides. When a dying Sammy declines their offer to be transformed into a vampire, he and Mary ultimately give in as well. Most of the traditional cliches are present in Sinners' vampires. They burn in the sun. They need an invitation to visit a place. They can get hurt by garlic, silver, and holy water. The stake to the heart can kill them. Everyone Remick has turned to feels his pain. The ability of Remick and his henchmen to exchange memories is the last plot twist. After he turns Bert and Joan into a clan couple, that is how Remick learns of the impending attack on the establishment by the KKK. Later on, he tells Stack about this memory. Additionally, he is aware with Chinese etiquette, which he employs to agitate Grace. When Bo and Remick tell Grace that they are intending to transform her daughter Lisa, Grace becomes terrified. She doesn't want to give the vampires time to take Lisa or wait until dawn to devise a plan. She lets the vampires inside when Bo provokes her with a flying kiss. She throws Remick a Molotov cocktail after they're inside. She attacks Bo while he is distracted, but he avoids it before she dies. She stakes him and they both burn. The vampires are attacked by the humans after Grace welcomes everyone inside. Annie is turned by Stack, but Smoke kills her because she never desired to be a vampire. Heartbroken, Mary flees into the woods. Slim kills himself by acting as bait. Pearline, Sammy's girlfriend, is turned by Remick, but she ultimately perishes from sun exposure. Smoke is attacked by Stack for killing Annie, but because of her talisman, he is unable to turn his brother. Since Smoke can't stake Stack, he lets him go with the assurance that he won't bother Sammy. Remick chases after Sammy and scratches his face as he flees. However, Sammy strikes Remick in the head with the silver in his guitar while he is talking. Then he uses a broken guitar piece to stake him. When the sun rises, every vampire in the area is burned to death. After a night of partying at the place, Smoke kills all the members of the Ku Klux Klan who intended to murder the black people and sends Sammy home. He doesn't care that he is shot in the process. In the final moments of his life, he encounters Annie and their child together. Smoke tries to persuade Sammy to lead a simple life after witnessing the cruelty of the world. He declines, though, and takes the twins' guitar with him when the vampire attack occurs. He has become a well-known musician in Chicago after 60 years, as we can see in the scene during the mid-credits. He appears to be dying, so Stack and Mary pay him a visit and offer to turn him. Sammy, however, declines. Even though he has been listening to his music, Stack still cares for him and wants to hear the real thing at least once. On a guitar that resembles the twins, Sammy performs Traveling, the first song he ever performed for Stack. Sammy admits that the first day of the establishment was the happiest day of his life before the sun set, just before the vampire couple departs. According to Stack, it is the same for him.